He'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to go for a big one. Grabs it inside the 15. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. UConn quick to the line. He'll keep it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the...
UConn going back to work on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Going to try to get it himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
Sometimes these guys... in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick him up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He wants it all. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Buying some time. Fakes to grab.
Nowhere to go with the football that time. Great job by the defense watching the QB's eyes. And how about tackling the catch? Wasn't able to throw it deep down the field, but as soon as the guy made the snag, down he went.
Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. He'll start this drive firing. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it down the right side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so
Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. got his man downfield. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of time before he fires right. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely
got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but the UConn offense goes back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And you got to give the defense a ton of credit there on third down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous.
Oh, he's got some space. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Huskies have this offense rolling.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there throwing in time.
A shot toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Just keep slinging it. Throws to the wideout. This time he's got it. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Huskies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UConn. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
What a day, his 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy...
UConn going back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. They get to him as he throws.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Great protection, and down the middle it goes. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll let it go to the left. Makes a grab for a big play. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. Going deep. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UConn!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the heat. QB got it himself. Quick step and go. Touchdown, Husky. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great...
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Caught in the backfield. It's Edwards. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story.
The UConn offense goes back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. Underneath toast to coverage, got it deep downfield. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. He'll pitch it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Grab near the marker. It's Parker. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. And maybe they've tried to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another 1st down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet. UConn is now threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Oh, they're after him. Got some room headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterback.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg. Buys a little time with his feet. Makes the grab. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pocket breaking down. Oh, better look out. Quarterback gets past the marker. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. This UConn offense really has it going. Looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him down with this offense to set up 1st and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wideout trying to get it in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. That touchdown grab. UConn going back to work on offense. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback adapting. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of at the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying.
Touchdown, UConn. Nice catch and good work afterwards to with that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start. The UConn offense goes back to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Rush is on him. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. And he has vexed this defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a heat. Running into the open space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UConn! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
UConn going back to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Got his man to the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. That's caught. It's Parker. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to run it. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Huskies will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on second down. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And the offense takes control of this football game. But I'll tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you at every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Burton. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Showing the arm strength to the left. Makes a grab on the shot. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trying to make magic with his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Now the play fake. Still looking on the move. Lets it go to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I